Alocasia, calathea, and Peperomia. Plants from these genus are quite tricky to grow because they require constant humidity, maintain temperature around them. However, today I'm going to highlight 3 plant species from each genus which are comparatively easy to grow. So if you are a beginner or thinking about to have some plants from these genus, then you can start with these plants that today I'm going to highlight. Also, I will briefly explain how I'm taking care of them. So let's begin. First plant on my list is this stunning and beautiful Alocasia reginula or Alocasia black velvet. It's a living jewel that has deep dark thick leaves, and it's a compact low-growing plant. It is quite easy to find in local nurseries or garden centers. Alocasias are tropical plants and most of them grow under the shade of big trees where they get bright indirect light. But this Alocasia black velvet has darker leaves, which means it has more chlorophyll in the leaves, and that allows them to accomplish the photosynthesis process even under low light or in a shady place. However, I kept my Alocasia black velvet in a bright place where it gets a whole day of bright indirect light. Alocasias grow from rhizomes or corm-like thick roots, and they require constant moisture. If you let the soil dry for too long, they turn their leaves yellow and ultimately will fall off. On the other hand, overwatering can rot their rhizomes. But I found Alocasias do not mind sitting in wet soil for a few days. However, when I find the upper a few inches of soil dry, I water the plant thoroughly. I used a well-draining potting soil that is prepared by mixing up coco peat, rice husk, tree barks, compost, soil, and charcoal. As you can see, this plant is in bloom, and we need to remove such blooms because flowers suck up lots of energy from the plant and stunt their growth. I did not add fertilizer yet, but fertilizing twice a year will be sufficient. The next plant on my list is this beautiful Calathea makiwana, which is now nested as a genus of Juportea. So it is also known as Juportea makiwana or peacock plant. This plant has a beautiful leaf pattern like the tail of a peacock, and the underside has a deep touch of purple. I have tried many plant species from the Merantaceae family, and plants under the Juportea genus are comparatively easy to maintain. Browning or yellowing of leaves are the common problems we mainly face with the plants of Merantaceae family because they require high humidity and temperature between 18 to 28 degrees Celsius. Now I found this particular one quite non-fussy than the others. As you can see, this plant does have some brown aged leaves, but not severe like calatheas or stramanthes. It has many new leaves which are healthy enough. I keep my plant in a bright but cool place because it's a tropical plant and its thin leaves cannot tolerate direct sun, which burns the leaves. This plant also grows from rhizomes and requires constant moisture. I check the soil before watering, and if 40% of the soil or upper a few inches of the soil feels dry, I water the plant thoroughly. I also wash the leaves during watering. As potting soil, I mixed up coco peat, soil, rice husk, charcoal and pumice, but did not add tree barks. Just top dressed the soil with tree barks for decoration. I remove the dry leaves twice a week to keep the plant clean, and it also looks healthy. The next plant is this beautiful Peperomia tetraphylla hope. Though there are other Peperomia varieties available that are low maintenance, but this particular one has a unique leaf pattern. The plant has oval-shaped succulent leaves. The stems are flexible and also it spills over if planted in hanging pots. However, this plant is still planted in its original soil, which is coco peat, but the plant is doing well. I check the soil moisture by inserting a stick and water thoroughly if the soil feels dry to touch. But this plant can handle the dryness of the soil. The plant gets 1.5 hours of morning direct sun a day, and you can see the plant has no burning or wilting issue. Now some tips I followed during buying these plants which gave me more success. First, I bought mature plants because mature plants have well-developed root systems and are highly efficient in adapting to a new environment. Also, mature plants arrive with many baby plants, so we get an opportunity to make more plants. I avoid repotting the plants in bigger pots. All these 3 plants or any plant species from these 3 genus like to stay compact. So I repotted the plants in a one size big pot from the previous pot. Now all these 3 plants are quite sensitive to the harsh mineral containing water. Even I found hard water stains on the leaves of Alocasia. So try to use rainwater or filtered water to water these plants. So that's all. I have had great success with these 3 plants. That's why I thought why not share with you. Hope these plants will also do well for you. I bought these plants from an online shop, but they only deliver plants all over Bangladesh. So if you are from Bangladesh, then check the link in the description box. But these plants are also available in local garden centers. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.